We begin in occupied East Jerusalem, where police have arrested 5 people suspected of spitting at Christian pilgrims. One incident, you can see it there, widely shared on social media, show Orthodox Jews walking through the Old City to mark the Sukkot holiday before spitting near members of a Christian procession. Further cases of spitting were reported in the past few hours, sparking condemnation and arrests. Meanwhile, the Israeli army has forced Palestinians to shut down their stores in the Old City in order to allow Jewish prayers to take place. For 4 days, ultra-nationalist Jews escorted by Israeli police have carried out provocative tours of the Al-Aqsa Mosque complex. The custodians of the compound, the Jordanian Waqf, has criticised the Israeli police presence. Let's get more on this. We can go to Rob Reynolds, who's in occupied East Jerusalem for us. Rob, let's start with the spitting incidents. What more can you tell us about what's going on?
Well, this has created really a major scandal in Israel, Marlene. It began when earlier this week videotape emerged showing a group of Christian pilgrims. They appeared to be from Asia. They were carrying a cross through the Old City at an area that is traditionally associated with the route that Jesus Christ took on his route to his crucifixion through the streets of occupied East Jerusalem. And then the videotape showed several people wearing ultra-Orthodox garb spitting at or on these pilgrims. This was something that created a real furor, and also came on the heels of an incident earlier this year, a couple of weeks ago, where more videotape showed people spitting at some Orthodox Greek nuns outside a place of worship, a church. And the government of Israel, including Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other officials, quickly condemned the spitting incidents, saying that they had no place in Israel. However, other figures in the ultranationalist Israeli movement said that actually spitting at Christians is a legitimate Jewish tradition with a long history. Doreen?
And Rob, you also have the Israeli army forcing Palestinians in the Old City to shut down their shops in order for these Jewish prayers to take place. That's not common practice, is it?
No, and just one correction: these are Israeli police, not the Israeli army. But Jerusalem, as you can see behind me, the streets are thronged because we're in the midst of this week-long Jewish holiday of Sukkot, and thousands and thousands of religious Jews have been moving through the streets of occupied East Jerusalem toward the Western Wall to pray there. But also, just today, more than 1,000 ultranationalist Israelis went to the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Now, these visits are permitted under a status quo agreement that is quite old, decades old, but it's taken on a new character. It's taken on the character of a political agenda where the ultranationalists are trying to establish a Jewish presence on Al-Aqsa, the third holiest site in Islam. And some of the members of the right-wing coalition government in Israel are in favor of changing the status quo to allow prayers to take place there, Jewish prayers, which currently are forbidden. And when ultranationalists or settlers try to pray on the site, they're usually, not always, but usually swiftly removed by the Israeli police. Now, the incident you're referring to took place in an area that's very close to the entrance to that area where people sort of staged in order to make their visits to Al-Aqsa. And in that area, the Israeli police said to shopkeepers, you should keep your shops closed in the early morning because ultra-Orthodox Jews are going to hold prayer services in this area. Important to note that this is not actually on the Al-Aqsa complex itself, but close to it. So the shopkeepers did comply. The stores were kept closed, but it's another sign of how things can get extremely tense at times here. Maureen?
Thank you for that, Rob Reynolds,
Maureen?
there for us in occupied East Jerusalem. Thank you.